Guess who's back? Back again. DonWells is back. Don't tell your friends. So, in my absence from YouTube, I have been still watching true crime videos, and I've noticed that a certain Mr. Wells has recently made a reappearance here on the YouTube streets. Can't say I'm surprised. I had hoped to film a video a few months ago before Don came out of jail, saying that I wondered when he would be back on the YouTube streets, because I knew he wouldn't be able to resist going up on people's live panels, having arguments with YouTubers, and I wasn't wrong. He's back, on form, if you can call it that, on form for Don, swearing, kicking off, generally losing his temper, and generally, in my humble opinion, making a prat of himself. I thought about SummerWells on what would have been, or what should be, what maybe was, her 7th birthday on Saturday the 4th of February. Summer's case is the case of a missing person that I've followed the most. I invested many hours in looking into Summer's case. My thoughts have still not changed. I still believe her family are involved, and I believe that Grandis and Candace definitely know what happened to Summer. Whether Don is in on it as well, I've never been certain. I don't feel he would hurt Summer, although I could be wrong. He was supposedly at work on the day she vanished, but was he? We all know he took a lunch break. What did he do on his lunch break? Maybe DonWells is innocent. Maybe DonWells has got nothing to do with Summer's disappearance, and maybe the same can be said for Grandis and Candace. But from that initial interview that I watched with Don and Candace, I was convinced from the get-go that they were involved. I've always hoped that I was wrong, but I've never changed my mind on SummerWells' family. Perhaps only Grandis and Candace were involved in whatever happened, if she wasn't abducted. If potentially an accident was covered up, maybe Don was at work. Maybe Summer's body was gotten rid of before Don got home. But I feel Candace would have needed someone to help her with that. And was it Don? Was it somebody else? Was she even involved at all? Maybe Candace is innocent, but I just can't get away from the way that her and Don continually spoke about Summer in a past tense only a few days after she disappeared. Don had practically accepted she was dead, and she'd not even been missing for 2 weeks.
She was a tomboy. I shaved my head. She wanted to have her head shaved like me and the boys did.
She'd give them a run for their money every day. She'd give them a run for their money. And there was times, you know, we'd be, you know, our boys like, don't do this and don't do that. Next thing you know, a stick would come up and just whop them, you know. It'd be like, Summer, don't do that.
Summer was the boss of the family.
She typical girl.
They get out of line, she'd put them in line.
She'd do her best.
She loved to play in the mud and the water and swing on her swing and enjoy dirt.
When I run the lawnmower around, she would run behind me. When the boys run their bikes around, she, as fast as that little bike could go, she would be behind them running. You know, she loved to run. She just loved to run. And she could pull herself up on that swing, her full body weight with her 2 hands. And she can do that. None of the other boys can do that, but she can. And you know, I put out there that one of Summer's favorite songs was Godzilla, and they say, you know, and they're jumping all over me about past tense was, you know. Well, I'm sorry about that. It's just.
She also liked the song by a New Breed. It was called House, My House. She sung that a lot of times when I play it on the TV. She loved to dance.
She liked to think of herself as a princess, and you know, and all that, like all young girls do. And,
she loved Frozen. She loved to be that Elsa and.
And I think she really loved to be in church because she felt a lot of love there. And I think you can't explain what that love is, but you feel it and you know it, you know, when you're young. And she felt that there, and she loved everybody in that church. Or she loves everybody in that church. I should rephrase that because they'll tear that apart as past tense, and I apologize again for that.
Our best friend in that church was Robin. She loved her to death.
Yeah, she looked up to
When
women that were.
she come to that church, she went looking for Robin. That was her favorite person.
Any woman that was professional, that
was pretty,
yeah,
beautiful.
she looked up to those kind of women. She, you know, they were the word I'm looking for. I can't think of it, but she looked up to them. My biggest fear is, you know, her being tormented or locked in a dungeon or basement or something, because she loved to be outside all the time. That was her. Unfortunately, her downfall. 'Cause a lot of times the boys would be inside and we'd be like, "Where's Summer? Why'd you leave her out there alone? You know, go get Summer now." You know, and that's happened over and over again. And we'd come out and she would always be close by, but we was always coming up. She had to be outside. She was an outdoor person. And she
loved to be outside.
Loved nature, and that's my greatest fear, that she's not able to do any of these things anymore, or that she could possibly, I don't want to think she's dead, but it's a possibility. I don't want to address all the negativity. I just want to focus on the positive, because it's so easy to get, lost in that negativity. Why I lose hope on Summer, I want to keep hope, but sometimes I lose hope. And I think, well, maybe we won't never see her again, so I start thinking in past tense. Sorry. But I'm trying to keep hope up. I'm trying to keep my prayers up and all that.
The whole case is bizarre. I'm not going to go back through it all now, because the majority of people that follow me for Summer's case know what happened, or what apparently happened. I just hope and pray that before the 15th of June 2023, we all find out what really happened to Summer, and if she's out there alive, I hope she is found, and if she's dead, I hope the poor little girl gets a funeral and the people that really did love her can get some sort of closure. So guys, have you seen DonWells having arguments with certain YouTubers? Are you surprised at all that he's back here on the YouTube streets? Or did you, like me, think it was just a matter of time after Don got out of jail last year before he popped back up talking to certain YouTubers? I'm aware that Don initially thought speaking to YouTubers might help him find his daughter, and obviously to date it has not. But one thing you can say, at least all of the YouTubers that do cover Summer's case has got her name out there. For more than a year, people were constantly making videos about her disappearance. That's a good thing. It means Summer's name is got out there more. People continue to talk about her, and I really hope that you all do still keep Summer in your thoughts and you do still talk about her. I really don't want her case to go cold, but sadly, I feel like it already has.